Jeff Little here with Torqeedo electric motor drives and wilderness systems kayaks, and I'd like to show you my current setup, which is a Radar 135 setup with the Torqeedo ultralight 403. What's unique about this system is that I've rigged it such that I have stick steering using the versatile steering system here. This has cables that is hooked up. They're hooked up to the ultralight 403 so I can steer from a standing position. I also have the throttle, the Torqeedo throttle on the Wilderness Systems Air Pro 3D seat. It's sort of like a pedestal seat that you can kind of rest on here. But honestly, I'm standing more than anything, and this really allows me to both steer and control the throttle from a standing position in the kayak. Today what that means is I'm able to cover a lot of water out here on this reservoir and target the deep grass line. Being elevated and just moving along, covering a lot of water, really means that, you know, as I'm moving along from a distance, I can see my targets way before I approach them. I get a lot of comments from people when I'm out on the water doing this. Yeah, they look at me sort of in horror and say, "Aren't you afraid you're going to fall?" And my usual response is that it's sort of like any activity where there's a risk of falling, like skiing or roller skating. There's a learning curve to it, and before too long, you learn how to bend your knees and you learn how to trust the boat. The ironic thing is, when the kayak is moving forward, you're actually more stable than when it's still. I learned this, you know, when I took beginning whitewater class, that the best way to run a rapid is at full speed. So there is stability in moving forward. Primary modification was just extending this versatile steering system. And I did that by removing these two screws here and this top part, which adjusts up and down. I took that completely off. I took the head of it and cut it down the middle and put it on a grinder so I could fit a PVC pipe onto it. Then I put heat shrink tubing around the entire thing, and I've sealed it off with, this is white Gorilla Tape. For mounting the throttle on the Air Pro 3D seat, I just used a Ram Tough Claw. Again, using the Radar 135 in its versatile steering system, I've made a stick steer that controls the Torqeedo ultralight 403 on the back of this Radar 135.